Chip said 5 minutes or less. He's ready to get out of here. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm missing my first page. I got it. It means a lot just to even be able to have this event. It was touch and go. I was texting Debbie yesterday when the governor came out and was really worried that it would be canceled. I'm humbled and honored to stand before you as your 2021 Greater Piedmont Realtors President. Thank you, Beth, for making the trek today. Truly, your being here makes this feel a little bit normal and just really special to me. To my executive team, Kevin, Terry, and Dave, thank you for your continued leadership and support and just being great mentors to me. And I would be remiss if I failed to thank Debbie, Michelle, and Tracy. You have remained steadfast in your service to this association, and I look at 2020 as being a lot of lemons, and you've transformed them into fabulous glasses of lemonade for us. I'd like to recognize my husband, Chip, and the rest of my team who are both dear friends and rocks when life gets a little too crazy for me, so thank you guys for being here. As people have mentioned before, I was licensed in 2003, so beginning April 1st, that will be the start of my 18th year in this business. I'm truly one of you, just a working realtor. I've worked really, really hard and sacrificed a lot for the career I have now. My children, Michael, Brent, and Steven, who I had hoped would be here, have witnessed that incredible sacrifice. The long days and nights, the frustration, when I come home having given the very best of me to my clients, and I leave them with the very worst. But they have benefited from the flexibility and have watched and learned what it takes to be a business owner and an entrepreneur. They have learned from my determination. They have watched me fall many times and have to get back up. They've watched me learn to try and be better, to never stop growing, to never stop learning, and to never stop adapting. There is no other career I could have chosen that could have brought me so much joy, success, and satisfaction as being a realtor. When I transferred from the Northern Virginia Association of Realtors to the Greater Piedmont Realtors many years ago, I think I was 32 or 33, I wanted to be a volunteer so I could meet you all. And I looked at the volunteer interest form and I randomly thought that the legislative committee sounded like something that would be fun. It's now the public policy committee. And when I first showed up to that meeting, I thought, wow, what have I gotten myself into? Other than Debbie and one other woman, it was a room full of, I will say, some of my favorite gentlemen. Many of you know them. Will Flory, Don Corey, Sam Sneed, and a few other, I might call grumpy, distinguished gentlemen. I was not quite sure what I was doing there, and I didn't really know what we were going to do, but I definitely enjoyed listening to the banter. More importantly, in those first couple of years, I learned and eventually came to know just how big a difference we can make in our profession, our industry, and in our community. People assume that volunteering takes away from your business, but I will promise all of you this. Being a volunteer only grows and enhances your business. It will not take away from your business at all. We have seen tremendous change this year, and change is hard. Our world is a different place than it was just 9 months ago. Our industry has seen tremendous change this year. And I expect that 2021 will bring even more of that change. Remember, change is hard. We are going to be tested. We are not always going to agree. We are going to embrace some of the changes while resenting others. But we should be, as an association and a leadership team, steadfast and laser focused on what our goals are. However we get there, we must continue to invest in our profession, in our industry, and in our communities. And with this message, I ask you to embrace and support the following as we head into 2021. First, invest in yourself. Please don't stop growing, don't stop learning. Invest your time in your most important asset, which is you. It wasn't that long ago that former President Philip Thornton rolled out the Own It series. It was hugely successful then, and it's hugely successful now. We need to get back to the basics, whether that's in person or virtual. Please don't ever forget to invest in yourself. Number 2, we need to invest in our industry. Please contribute to RPAC. Truly, the only reason why we are still working today is because of RPAC and the legislation to make sure that we are considered essential. Our livelihood is under attack in so many different ways and from so many different angles. This is a fight that can't be fought without financial and legislative support. It's not about a donkey or an elephant. This is about electing the people who recognize that it's just not about selling a house. And I know as I look around the room, for all of you, it's more than just selling a house. And 3, invest in your community. If you have never been on a committee, now is the time to join. Of course, I wrote this before the deadline, so it might be too late to join, but it doesn't mean you can't give and participate. It can no longer be just about the few that always volunteer and participate. There is an urgency to help in our community like never before. Our association does amazing work. College scholarships, donating to food banks and homeless shelters, supporting our nursing homes, blood drives, the Boys and Girls Clubs, community dog parks, funding of housing studies, the list goes on. But we could do so much more with your help. Thank you for allowing me to be your 2021 president. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may look like, and I know with your commitment, our association will thrive and continue to serve as an example across the state of what a small local association can do for its members and the community at large. Thank you.